Episode 3 is here, guys. Let's get into it. So, where we left off at the end of episode number 2 was we had just gotten our first sale. We had about 170 items still listed on the auction house. So we're going to be getting a lot more items listed on there. It's been about a day or so. So all of our listings that we've put on have expired. So we will collect all of them. We'll relist all the auctions right now and we'll see if the prices have changed much. And then we'll jump over on the Druid and we'll start farming some more Transmogs. So I'm excited to see all these items starting to add up. So we're close to the 200 items, which is really good. So we're hoping for, like I mentioned at last episode, we want about 500 to 1,000 to start off with to really start seeing some good sales. So the bag is going to fill up here. And now the best part about TSM, we already have them in our group, so all we have to do is run up here, go to the auction house, and we can post them up right away. So let's see how much the prices have changed. I believe we had about 650,000 roughly last episode of total worth on the auction house. So we'll see if the prices of the items have changed much. We'll still have to get some more out of the mail and we'll have to list them up also. And we can see our big items still are holding their price really well. The axe actually went up. I remember last time that was 2k, but it's up to 23k, so that's really good. You'd like to see that. Hopefully with the price of everything has went up a bit. Because with your Transmog items, the prices will go up and down depending on who's posted it, because if someone's posted, you want to undercut them so you keep in the market, like you keep competitive with the price. But if no one's posted, then you can post it at a bit higher price and make a lot more. So the scanner is doing its thing right here. It's doing everything in our bags. So that'll be done very shortly. Alright, let's post them all up, the first lot, and watch them disappear from our bags. So we still have the 1,600 gold that we started off with, well, that we got with our first sale. So this shouldn't chew too much of it. We are posting for 48 hours, just because it's easier. You can post them and forget, even though it costs more to post these sort of items for 48 hours. I still recommend doing it. It's a lot easier. You don't have to come back like every 12 hours or 24 hours and do all the reposting, because the main goal is numbers with the Transmog. It's not being the lowest price and having a couple items. It's whoever has the most items will end up selling the most Transmog items. Right, our first load is done. Let's grab the rest of them and we'll check the price. So we got 36 more in the bag. So they're going in. Good stuff. Hopefully we get a fair few sales from these ones and all the new ones we are going to be putting on there. Right, let's post them up and we'll see what we're at. I'm hoping we're still around the 600,000 mark, because that would be absolutely perfect. But you never know, so we'll have to see. Especially if one of the bigger items, let's actually go the highest and see if there's any real big ones. There's no massive ones, but there's a couple of big ones there. So I'm going to take a guess and say the price maybe went to 550 for the total. So let's check. So it's went up, yeah. So it's went up. So we're at 716,000 posted at once. So this is from highest to lowest, as you can see right there. And we've got 171 items. So I'm going to start filling out the auction house now. We'll jump on the Druid and we will start doing a gold farm down at Tenaeus. I think the open world farm is just so easy to do and good to do. We'll do that for a couple of hours, I guess, and then we'll mail over all the new stuff. So let's jump over on the Druid. Alright, so I've been doing this farm now for about 30 minutes so far. The reason why I like this farm so much is because it's open world. You obviously don't get locked out to it, and with this macro you can literally just run around and spam this, or you can gather them all together and click this once, and that is how you get them down. Like, it's really simple with this macro. So there's a macro if you are a druid and want to use it, or if you're another class, you just change the last spell here to whatever spell you want to use, and it will hit all of these people. So I'll just show you a quick run how I do this. I have a video out that shows how to do it in depth, but it's pretty simple. You just want to get aggro. Each grave row, you want to get them to aggro on you, and you want to click on all the graves to get the zombies out. And once they're grouped on you, you simply just want to attack them once, and that is all of them down. So just use one AoE. And we got some boots just there, so they go for about 5k, which is really good. Let's put on Loot Appraiser so we don't miss anything. But yeah, it's really good. So by the time you do all the graves, the graves at the start will have already respawned. So that's why I really like this farm. It's really chill. I really recommend trying it out, and it's good for just padding out your auction house, and you get some really good items from here too. So these are all the graves. There's some more over there, but this is basically how I do this run. So I'll probably keep doing this till the bags fill up a little bit more. We'll send over all these items and we'll check out the worth when we're posting them. To the next clip, let's get it. Alrighty, we're filling up now. I think we're going to be done with this farm just for now. We're going to go over to, I think, Rampage in Outlands is where we're going to go. So, Hellfire Ramparts, sorry. I think that is where we're going to go. So this one right here, we'll run this until we are locked out of it. I think we're just going to mail all these over, go do the dungeon, the runs of the dungeon, we'll mail them over, and then after we do a whole heap of farming, then we'll go in the old, check the mailbox, post everything up, and see how much worth we're at. That way we'll spend less time going on our old and back and forth. So let's do that right now. Alrighty, here we are, pulling up at the dungeon. So we're going to run probably about, I don't know, 10 runs of this till lockout. This is just simple. You just want to kill everything as you go, loot it as you go, run the whole dungeon, jump back down, and then rinse and repeat. I can run a bit for you guys right now. So what I'd want to do is be in Feral. It's the best for this. So we mailed all the items we got from the open world farm, the grave farm, to our old. So they're all ready in the mailbox, ready to be opened. Right. So we got this sorted. So this is just simple as you just want to run through it, kill everything, and then loot it all. Very, very good place to pad out your auction house. It's an easy, quick dungeon too. You won't get lost here. It's very simple and good to do. Let's turn down the sound a bit. Here we go. Now they're going to drop some other stuff that we'll be able to sell on the druid here, like a whole heap of cloths and other items like that aren't Transmog items. The main things that we're going to get from here is a whole heap of TBC Transmog items, which is going to be perfect for us because we need to start filling out the auction house with numbers, with a whole heap of numbers. Let's put that there. Yes. Now when you're running dungeons, you can always have, instead of selling the soulbound items you get from the boss to a vendor, you can actually disenchant them. The disenchant mats sell really good on some servers for a decent amount of gold too, like a lot more than you'd vendor it in some cases. So it's always worth doing. yeah, well, that's always worth checking if you're going to do that on your server or not. Alright, so this should only take like a couple minutes each run, so we will hit lockout probably in like half an hour, something like that, 20 minutes, half an hour. Right, so basically I'm just going to finish clearing this all out, go down there, get the boss, get that boss, and then jump back down just here, and that is the start of the dungeon, and you basically just reset it and then rinse and repeat. So I'll do this for a few runs. I'll put up loot appraiser, and then so it's already running for the last one. We'll have to start a new one. But anyways, I'll start it now, and I'll run this probably until lockout, and we'll see how much worth we can get from here. Hell yeah, we just got a really good bow. So this bow goes for, on my server, the region history is 123,000. 70,000 on the region market value, so it's gonna go for a lot of gold. It's a cool little basic bow. Anyways, we've been doing it for 17 minutes and we've got 170,000, so that means we're doing 10k gold per minute, which is pretty cool. I think we're on like the 4th run now, or the 5th, so I'm gonna keep doing this for a bit longer till lockout, and then we'll see what we've got. The bags are starting to fill up, as you can see. They're really starting to fill up. Alright, so let's get back to it. Alrighty, I think we did about 6 runs. The bags are completely full. So it's time to mail everything off, and then we're going to run another dungeon. I think we're going to stick to a whole heap of dungeon running, like low level dungeons, pump out a whole heap of them so we can get a whole heap of padding items for the auction house. So in the 23 minutes we got 180,000 gold worth of transmogs, so that's pretty decent really. Alright, I will post these to the alt and I will see you at the next farm. Alright, so I've decided to do the Twilight farm here in Solithus. So right here, it's a very easy farm, you can solo it or you can do it with your group. Basically you just want to be using a macro that looks just like this, and you can run around this this crystal thing right here. So it's the camp, the base camp right there. So to make this in old Solithus, so you have to do that first. You come and talk to this person right here, and it will put it back into the old version of this place. So you need that to farm here. And so basically, what I like to do here, I'm gonna turn the volume down for you guys, is simply just spam this macro and run around in a circle for like 3 minutes. Let's put up loot appraiser. And literally just wipe everything, do this for 3 minutes, and then there should be a big pile of loot that you can loot at each place, and you just want to fly around and pick it all up. So we'll actually do a little 3-minute run, so at, say at like 17, it's like 2 minutes, and we'll see what loot we can actually get. So I'm so happy so far with how the challenge is going. I reckon we'd be close to a million right now. We'll have to check once we list everything up at the end of this episode. In the next episode, comment down below what you'd like to see, if there's any transmog farms that you would like to see in the series. If not, I'll stick to the ones that I know best, that work the best for me. So we're gonna have to start doing a lot more dungeon farms and raid farms to get some unique items that are worth a lot of gold. By the end of this, we'll hopefully have a few hundred more listings up on the auction house, which will be perfect, and we should start seeing some good sales. So it's as simple as this. You just want to cruise around in a circle, spamming that macro, and it will get all of them for you. And then you want to loot everything up, I'd say about every 3 minutes. When you're doing this solo, I recommend every 3 minutes you should be picking it up. So we're coming up to the 3-minute mark, so we'll do that right now. So I go into flying. First one, we got 1k gloves, that's alright. Now you can also sell the Twilight text, or you could I believe you can hand them into a quest and you get some items and recipes and things like that from handing it in. But I don't do that personally. I'm mainly here for the Transmog items because there's some really, really valuable Transmog items you can get from this farm. But the Twilight papers do definitely add up. You do seem to get a lot of them. Can we get another item? And that is the loot. Oh, we did at the end there. So we got a couple items. So I've been doing this in between arena queues. So we've got about 15k gold so far. So I'll keep doing this till my bags are completely filled up. Completely filled. Then we'll mail them to the alt, and then we'll check what we've got then. I'll get back to you if anything really good drops. Until then, let's keep going. Alrighty, it's been about another 3 minutes, so let's see if we get anything decent. Ooh, 2-3k things, so a chest plate and some legs, straight up. See what else we can get from this one. Hopefully a really valuable item, because there are a lot that you can get from here that are worth a lot and a lot of gold. Fingers crossed we can get one by farming here. Any more? I think we got all the loot piles. There's one up the back there. Did it? Yep. Alright, so we got a few items then. We're going to keep running this for a bit longer, get some more Transmog items, and we'll see how we go. Alrighty, we're going to finish up here. It's only been half an hour. We got a few items, not as many as I would have liked. However, we're going to ship them over to the alt, and we'll get everything up in the auction house. So we'll do that right now. So let's head over to a mailbox. And let's ship them to the auction house alt. Alright. So let's go to send, go to alts, buzz, what did we get? This is a pretty good piece really. You can go for a decent amount of gold. That's alright too. Fillers, 1k, 4k, 4k, 5. Some decent items. We only got 12 Transmog items there though. However, there should be a fair few over on our guy. So let's check it out. Let's see what we have farmed so far. I'm thinking a decent amount of items and worth. So let's have a quick look. So 91 items, more than I expected. So let's check them all out. We'll fill up the inventory. We'll see what we have got when we've put it on the auction house. We'll be able to see the prices of what it's going for and everything like that. So we should have a decent amount of items now. Decent catalogue of Transmog items up now on the auction house for the challenge. So like always, we're going to go to our groups, and we're going to go to groups, and we're going to add all these new items to our list. So let's do that real quick. Click from, we have a lot this time. So give me a second here while I do this, and then we'll be able to figure out what's actually worth a decent amount of money, and we'll be able to continue listing these really easy. So let's fly through them, and then we have a list too of what we have already farmed. I like to do it this way and build it up ourselves. Okay, we've got all of them. Buzz. So there's 85 new ones to the list. Good stuff. So now let's go to the auction house. Let's list these up and see how much money worth we have farmed. So let's just see what we've got. So we've got 171 items so far, and we have 616 gold worth. So let's scan these in and upload all of these guys, and we'll see what our total worth is at now. I wonder if we can hit the 1 mil. I wonder if we're already there. So that will be 1/10 of the way of the challenge there so far. And we haven't even really got any crazy drops yet. They've pretty much all been filler items. Like, got a few 150k items there. In these items, we actually have some boots that are going for. Oh, we got a bow. There we go. 138k bow. Then we got a 50k boots. And we got 55k. What is that? An axe? Yes, and the axe, and we got a polearm. So this is going to be a decent amount. So I'm thinking we will get close. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's upload all of these with TSM. We just spam our button, and it's going to post them all for us. As you can see, they're going up. We're gonna have a decent amount. It's like 250 items on the auction house now. So we're getting close to that goal where we'll start seeing some good consistent sales. Alright, fingers crossed we have hit the 1 mil. We should be close. Let's check it. Yes! We're way over it too. So 1.197. So 1,197,000 gold worth so far for the challenge. So the big thing was the bow that helped out there a lot. So now we've got 262 items on the auction house. I'm expecting these to sell. I'm expecting some of these to start selling. So I think that is where we're going to end episode number 3, guys. Hope you enjoyed the series so far. If you have enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be many more of these sort of challenges coming out. I'm thinking of, after this one is done, going on a fresh server, creating a level 1, so a brand new toon, and then farming gold and seeing how long it takes to either hit 1 million gold or, like, say, gold cap on a brand new character. So with no other toons giving me a gold or anything to start off with, starting from level 1, level it up to 60, make gold along the way, something like that. But that's the next series if this series goes well. So be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It lets me know that you enjoy this sort of thing. Anyways, guys, until episode number 3 or my next gold making video, take care.